Hello students, welcome back. So now I will show you how you can connect to MySQL using SQLAlchemy and PyMySQL. So the steps I'll be following would be essentially these ones. I'll be connecting my pandas to MySQL. I'm going to create a MySQL table. Then I'm going to insert some type of data into a CSV data into MySQL. And then I'm going to read the MySQL table using pandas. So this is the this is the recommended modern approach today. So step one, make sure you go ahead and install this required library. You need pip install, pandas, SQLAlchemy, and PySQL, PyMySQL. So go ahead, run this cell, and that's going to install the necessary libraries. So now this has been successfully installed. I installed pandas, SQLAlchemy, and PyMySQL. You'll see a message something like this right here. It took me like 2 minutes for it to get installed. In your case, it may take like maybe anywhere between few seconds to few minutes, depending on your speed of your computer. So now make sure you have the CSV file called data.csv. These are the content of the CSV file. Let me increase the size of the screen so you can see. So in this case, I have first name, last name, date of birth, and these are the records. Let me show you the file first. This is the file right here. So if I open this file in Notepad and show you the content, you can see that it's the same thing. The same content. So John 2, Do 2. You can put whatever name you feel comfortable with, but this is the your CSV file right here. Now I will show you how you can connect to MySQL. So go ahead, open up a command prompt first. So type CMD. That's going to open up a command prompt right here. So click on this. And let me increase the size of the command prompt so you can see what commands I'm typing. Okay, so first thing I'm doing, I'm just connect. By the way, I'm connecting to my local machine. If you're trying to connect to the remote machine, you don't have to do all these steps. This is basically redundant. Okay, so I'm connecting to my local machine just to see what's inside my local machine. What type of database do I have? So go ahead, enter your password. So this command is going to ask me for my password. So type password. All right. So I'm connected to MySQL right here. So I want to see on my local machine what database do I have. So for that, just type show databases. So this is my MySQL prompt right here. So type show databases, and there you go. So you can see there's a playground DB. This I created in my previous session. So I'm going to delete this database. I'm going to drop this database. So for that, the command is drop database playground DB, and there you go. Database has been dropped. Now I'm going to recreate this database from scratch. I'm starting fresh. By the way, you don't have to do this step if you're doing remotely. If you're doing locally, then you have to do this. All right, so this database has been successfully created. Now I'm going to connect to this database. So the way you connect, you use the command use playground db. There you go. Now I want to see what's inside the database. What type of tables do I have inside the database? So just type show tables. And so after I connect it to the database, now I'm going to say show tables. And it's empty because there's no tables in there. Great. Now, using SQLAlchemy, I'm going to I'm going to connect to the database. So first, I'm importing necessary functions. I'm importing engine, create engine. I'm importing text. I'm also importing URL. So from my URL, I'm invoking this method called create. Supply my necessary arguments. I'm supplying PyMySQL plus MySQL plus PyMySQL. I'm also giving the username. That would be root. Enter your password. In your case, you have to find your password. Enter your host, right? Host is the computer that you're trying to connect. So let's say you're trying to connect to a remote machine on a server, maybe. So you have to enter the IP address of that server. So this could be maybe 132.34.56.21. It would be something like this. You have to contact your company and find out what is the host name. And then your database. In my case, my database is Playground DB. By the way, my host is localhost. That's why I wrote this localhost. Okay, create your engine. So this is going to create an instance of your engine. Then I'm connecting to the engine. I'm creating a connection. CONN, that's my connection. Or I can actually use any name. You can just type CXN if you want to. Okay, connection.execute. So I'm just running a simple query. Select one, that's all. And then if everything goes fine, I should see this message. So go ahead, run this, and there you go. Connection successful. So now I'm going to create a MySQL table using Python. So from SQLAlchemy, import your text. And this is my query. This is my create table query. So in this case, I'm creating a column called ID. I'm also creating a first name, F name column, a last name column, and a date of birth column. So this is what this query is all about. Okay, then I'm connecting to the engine. So I'm creating an instance called CONN, which is short for connection. I'm executing the query right here. Then I'm committing it, and then at the end it should print out the message table created. So let's go ahead and run this. And look at that, table has been successfully created. Let's go verify that now. So come over here and type show tables again. So when you type show tables, you should see that table right here, employees. And there you go. You can see that employees table has been successfully created. Now I'm going to load the CSV file using pandas. So let's do that. And then also I'm printing out few records just to see what's inside the file. And you can see that these are the content of your file. Now I'm going to insert the CSV data into MySQL. So first thing I'm doing, I'm converting the DOB column, the date of birth column, to a date time right here. Okay, and then you call df2sql. This is the inbuilt method you called. You supply the name of the table. This is the name of the table. Supply your connection. And if exist, if let's say these records exist, it's going to append. That's what this append is. Index equal to false. So let's go ahead and run this query. And if everything goes fine, you should see a message CSV data inserted into MySQL. Great. Let's go verify that. So come over here and type select everything from employees. And you should see those records now. There you go. You can see that those records have been inserted. Great. So now I'll show you how you can read a MySQL table using pandas. So suppose this is my query. Select everything from employees. I'm just using the employees table, the one I just created. You can use any other table of your choosing. So from my pandas, I'm calling the inbuilt method called read SQL, supply your query, also give your engine that we just created a minute ago that I just showed you. And then you print out df mysql. This is all the data is going to stored in this data frame right here. So let's go ahead and run this. And there you go. You can see that it actually read those records.